I am J-Dog John Carsroom. I'm out here with T-Bone of all people. Not to worry, Mr. Dave is still with us. Hi, Mr. Dave. Hey, let's say hello, of course, to our new fans, and let's say hello to Donna Jeffrey out in Bend. Donna, you have a real hat. Mine's kind of like a sunbonnet compared to your hat. So I want to say, love your hat. And to Joy Garcia Routon, and to Kendra Renard, and to Eddie Orange. Eddie, classmate Eddie, you are doing Eddie's barbecue, maybe out in Woodburn. I have to stop by. You've got to give me a taste. And to Eileen Gascoigne out in Vancouver. So hi guys, hope the show is useful and helpful. Hey, it's my job to keep you up to date, and I want to give you an update on what's happening. This is a great time. Summer is here to do some Heuchera shopping. Heucheras, these guys, I got to tell you about these types of perennials, really known. Perennials mean comes back every year, dependably. And Heucheras, by the way, a lot of them, especially the purple varieties, are year-round evergreen type perennials in our area. So keep an eye out for them. They're great in containers. They're great in the ground. They like generally to sit in the hot and to sit in the nice, cool afternoon shade. Though the purple ones can handle much more sun. So this one particularly is called Amethyst Mist, because take a look at that sheen on there, and it has a little more of a silvery look to that. On the Heucheras, when you go shopping, also look for that backside. When they wave in the wind, it's really kind of a nice look. Also, Heucheras are very much, they throw out that coral bell bloom, that stalk of bloom. Some folks love that, so you can get a grouping of them. I'm definitely a plucker, so I pluck those off, keep that plant a lot tighter. So Amethyst Mist is one. Let me go over a couple of them real quick for you. Of course, there are hundreds of them, and I just want to show you a few, a sampling of them, just to get your taste buds tasty taste buds. What do taste buds do? I don't know. This guy right here, this one's called Silver Scrolls. That one famous for that really silvery look to that. Has a much more darker underside too, a little bit tighter as well. Silver Scrolls, Heuchera. This guy right here is called Frosted Violet. I want to show you this because it has a matte finish. I call it a matte finish. Isn't a matte finish kind of a painting term? Not so shiny, but just a nice, well, it's a matte finish on a darker. The Heucheras come in a lot of different shades, and there's a whole slew of orangey types. This one's called Marmalade. I want to say orangey coppery. Now, Marmalade, when you shop for these guys, by the way, you'll get them in different colors, and I think that it's a lot on the time of the year, how they look like, how they're colored up, and also maybe on their growing conditions. You can depend on Marmalade to be very, very striking, especially late summer and in the fall, where you can get some very orangey coloring on that, and then you get that nice pink backside or underside on that. So take a look for the Heuchera Marmalade. Of course, I've mentioned this before. This is obsidian. I think it's one of the darkest, purpley, darkest leaf on that. Also has a bigger leaf on there. So it tends to kind of, I want to say, stretch a bit. So I'm definitely a plucker. If your leaves get out too tall or too wide or too far out, then I pluck them, keep them a little bit tighter. I like to see this as a nice mound. Generally about 2 feet tall is where it maxes out, and 2 feet wide. So some that I'm looking out for, fairly new. This one's called Mahogany. It has a lighter coppery color to it, and it has a little pink speckling on that. So I'm watching to see whether this is what we really want on the Mahoganies. So another keep an eye out. Now, also there's a whole slew of Heucheras that are very limey chartreuse coloring on that. So they get much more chartreuse in the shade, and a little bit more golden yellow with a touch of sunshine. This one's called Lime Marmalade. Neat thing about this, guys, because it really brightens up those dark corners that you have in the shade. Though, watch out if you have this out in the sun, because it burns pretty quickly. Really up that watering. No, matter of fact, keep this in the nice afternoon shade. You'll be a lot happier for it. So another type to keep an eye out for too are the really big guys. Georgia Peach. This one's called Southern Comfort. Late in the summer. Now, I think this might be a perennial that needs another year of growth. You'll buy these in your garden center, and I think they're going to be kind of long and lanky. So big, bold leaves on these guys late summer, and has that little more orangey color. So Southern Comfort, Georgia Peach, keep an eye out for it. I do have to tell you about my favorite, my personal favorite, only because this one is street top. This is called Crimson Curls. You can see that leaf is curled up, so it shows automatically that lighter pink side to it. But I've seen these. I've had these in the darkest of winter, hardest of weather, and they're still looking really, really good. So Crimson Curl is one to keep an eye out for. Of course, not to forget the original Palace Purple original Heuchera. It's been around for years. I did pick this one because I wanted to show you what a burn looks like on that leaf. If you get a burn on there, a good sun scald, sometimes you'll get that burning on the edges of the leaf. That means you need to get that in much more shade or up that watering on that. So anyway, consider yourself nicely updated on the Heuchera. So unless you think you're not, here is your quote for the day. The only real failure in life is not to be true to the best one knows. Thank you very much from Buddha. That's the show for the day. Guys, by the way, if you are in the area, please stop by, say hello. Love to make you an Ely espresso from me. So anyway, that's the show. Always live your passion.
You see me around.